Hey!
What's up, guys?
Welcome to Dopeless. I'm Jason. It's my hetero life mate, skinny Uncle Buck. And this is my best friend in the world, Ronnie.
Hey.
The other day on our video, this is the second part to the three-part series, honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness. Those are three spiritual principles that we try to follow. Notice I said try, by the way. Try to follow in our daily affairs. We spoke a little bit about honesty, and we're gonna talk about open-mindedness. These are gonna get a little bit heavier as they go. You know what I mean? So this is it's been a fucking disaster. We're gonna do it the best we can, man, because that's what we are. We're drug addicts in recovery, and man, we keep pushing no matter what.
Right.
So Jeremy, you want to kick us off, bud?
Sure.
I'll start calling you Papa Smurf.
I guess you're making me go first because you guys say I'm the long-winded one.
It's the only long thing you are.
Kinda. Open-mindedness. I used to think I was a really open-minded person, that I was open to new experiences and trying new things in my life. Unfortunately, that open-mindedness came along with drug use. And that was really the only thing that I was open to. I like to think that I've become more open-minded, and really my open-mindedness is directly related to how much I've suffered. If there's something that's causing me pain, then I become more open-minded to trying things to alleviate that pain or to change so that I grow and feel better. Being open-minded to the program that we're involved with, that's a big part of it for me because I was closed off to it because of people and things that had happened when I was younger. Being around the program, I felt like most of the people involved were either getting high or eventually they'd get high again. And so that's where I was at as far as the program. I didn't think I would ever be involved with the program itself or with people in the program because I had a vendetta against it, really. But pain is a great motivator. When I went through everything that I went through to get clean this time, it motivated me to be more open-minded, to try different things, including some of the basic stuff that they tell you to do in 12-step programs, things like that. I moved halfway across the country. I changed everything in my life, and that took some open-mindedness because before I always felt like I needed to be in a big city with all the action and everything that was going on, and now I don't see myself living like that anymore. I have a much simpler life that I'm really grateful for. I don't have to get up and, I get up and go to work, but I don't have to stress and worry all day long about, am I going to hit my quota because I'm working in sales, or how many ounces of weed am I going to sell today? That type of thing. So basically for me, open-minded just means being open-minded to change. Open-minded to surrendering to the fact that whatever I was doing wasn't working anymore. I guess that's really all I have. I am grateful that I'm open-minded, but I also feel like I'm very stubborn in certain things, and I want to hang on to old thinking and old ways, and sometimes that, and even some of my new ways aren't healthy. So that being said, I try not to hang on as long as I can anymore. Used to, I would hang on to things until the tips of my fingers are hurting because I'm clawing at it, trying to make things happen, trying to force things to happen. Now I get to a point eventually where it's like, okay, look, if this is meant to be, it's meant to be, and if it's not, it's not. But sometimes it takes me a while to get to that point. So that's really it. Jason?
Open-mindedness. Surrender comes to mind. That a lot of people, it runs in my family. Come from a long line of addicts and alcoholics, and this is all I'm ever going to be. This is all I'm ever going to be. This is all I'm ever going to be good for. There's no way in hell that I can go the rest of my fucking life without sticking a needle in my arm or smoking a joint or popping some pills or something like that. So surrendering to the idea that I can go about a different way of life and be okay with that. That's I said it the other day just about being honest. With honesty, man, it's a mind fuck. Because you're conditioned for so long to believe, like I just said, it's certain that you can't function every day without it. I'm a stone cold junkie, man, heroin addict, opiate addict to the core. When I don't have that in my body and I'm getting high and running and gunning, I'm sick, man. There's no way that I can live without, if I'm sick. I can't function throughout the day if I'm sick. I can't eat unless I get high, And so this new way of life, having to surrender to the idea that I am powerless over my addiction. Being vulnerable, stepping out of your comfort zone, admitting when you're wrong, all that shit that you've been conditioned for years to no offense, Ronnie, to say that doesn't make you a man, you got to put that shit aside. This is a different way of life. I've been in and out of recovery for a lot of years, man, a lot of years. And I've never been touched spiritually by it. And there's a difference between religion and spirituality. Absolutely. And it's so much different now. And I do practice open-mindedness. And notice at the beginning of it, man, I said we try to practice these principles in all our affairs. We try. Because that's all we can do is we try. We try our hardest. I sleep pretty good at night, man, knowing that I gave my fucking best every day. I'm not a scumbag anymore. I don't rob everybody that I come into contact with. And like I said, man, I sleep pretty good at night. And I keep an open mind to new things, man. It's a new way of living. I got a sponsor that I talk to on a daily basis, man. Sometimes at 5 in the I cry to him because I had a bad dream about my kids, accepting that idea that with time and with me keep working my program and doing what I'm going to do, that'll come. That'll come back into my life. And I can't wait for that day. But open-mindedness, man, it's just, surrender stands out in my mind. Surrendering to the fact that I am powerless over my addiction. My life has become unmanageable. Getting better today, absolutely. Yesterday was 7 months, man. 7 months without anything. Not huffing duster or smoking spice or doing anything under the radar. But we're still sick. Getting better.
It's funny because normal people look at it like, wow, you're 7 months clean. That's what you should have done in the first place.
Yeah. Productive member of society was a fucking huge out of this world concept to me. But
good job. You stopped doing drugs.
Right.
The rest of us never did drugs anyway.
Right. Well then they're the weird people. But today I'm very grateful, man. I have a lot of good people in my life, and I get to share my journey, and these two, we get to share everything that's going on with us, with you fine people here, Facebook Live or YouTube or what have you. That's where I'm at with it, man. Pretty peaceful. And I've been told my whole life to slow down. I'm still quick on the draw about a lot of things. Stop. But I'm starting to slow down, man, and smell the roses everywhere. And the roses, yeah. But
that's what you call it these days?
Yeah. That's not a rose. Yeah. Usually it's bullshit. But all jokes aside, man, that keeping that open mind and that there is a better way of life, man. That you don't have to wake up every morning and put something in your body to make yourself feel a certain way. Get that natural high, that living clean high, and that's where I'm at with it, man. It's been kind of a somber day, so I don't mean to be all monotone and not jumpy excited as I usually am, but it's pretty serious, man. When I said the other day, it's time to get down to business, And, Ronnie?
My name is Ron. I'm a grateful addict. So whenever I made the choice to go to treatment, I couldn't understand why something so nice was being done for me. I knew that I went all the way to California, and I knew that it was either going to be sex trafficking or it was going to be actually rehab. And at that point in my life, I didn't care. I had lost my kids. The house that my kids grew up in, my happily ever after, got shot and killed in front of me. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, you know, woe is me. But I'm not here looking for sympathy, you know, I'm here to just show you my journey. So I get to California, and the first meeting that I went to, I walked into the room, and there was probably about 50 women. And when it got to me, I was like, am I really going to say I'm an addict? Like, am I going to be like these people? Like, that's so embarrassing. Like, how can I proudly say I'm an addict when I've lost so much? I've lost everything that meant anything to me. Anything I loved was gone. My family, they were always there, but they loved me from a distance.
Well, everybody around you knows you're an addict but you.
Yeah, exactly. So owning it felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulders, and I could finally actually say it and be proud of it. And it's something that I've grown to be very comfortable with, and it's not, I'm a completely different person now, and I'm able to sit down and keep an open mind with people that are negative and that automatically bash treatment or recovery or meetings because they're just not simply ready yet. I had a really good conversation with my mom today, and I come from an amazing family. There was only one other addict in my family, my aunt, and so everybody else was sober, and nobody understood me. You know, it got to the point where I quit going to family functions, and because I just didn't like the way they looked at me, or the way every time they whispered, I thought that they were talking about me. I always felt like a target was on my back, when really they were probably talking about the potato salad, you know. But they were talking about me, though, you know. So I just quit going, and
noited out about the potato salad.
So my mom, you know, she's never suffered from addiction, and so trying to break it down to her in the way that I used it, you know, she kind of like understood, like she had open-mindedness, and it was the coolest thing to kind of see it, her wheels turning, and just to give her a taste of, you know, what I've been going through, because it's in my recovery, it's like rent's due every day, you know, and I have to pay it, you know. It's some responsible shit that I have to do. And meetings, staying plugged in with you guys, we thank you so much for all the love and support that you guys are showing us. Man, it's helping us to grow. It really is. And to be the people that we need to be. And it's so important for me to keep an open mind with anything that I do anymore. So yeah, open-mindedness. That's all.
Is that all?
Yeah.
You guys got anything else about
I think it's so
open-mindedness?
important. I've had quite a few people lately, very dear to my heart, that have fallen back into their addiction. And it's crushed me, just because I know that long lost alone feeling that you have. And reach out. I hope this video helps at least one person out there. Reach out, please. Call somebody, text somebody. People do care. You're not alone. You don't have to suffer alone. There are people that care. They really, sincerely, genuinely care. And
Promise you it works, because it's helping through you right now.
yeah.
You know? Straight up.
Find a group. Find someone to reach out to. Because the longer that you're sober, the more that you grow, and the more that your higher power sees that, man, she's for real, you know? They're for real about this, and they really are doing this. And just don't give up. Don't give up. Giving up is weak. You know what I mean? Be strong. Truck it out. I can't express that enough, and I sincerely mean that, guys.
I posted this thing on Facebook yesterday talking about, yes, I have been addicted to drugs, but I'm not the same person I was. And what triggered that was I had an old friend of mine that I used with message me yesterday. He said, I see what you're doing. I think it's good, but eventually you'll get high again. I know that, and you know that.
Oh. Dick.
And so that made me think, you know, like, is that what people really think? Is that what, you know, most people really think? I mean, I know that's how I thought about people in recovery. Eventually they're going to get high again. They just are. Like, so that's what triggered me to post that stuff. And the response that I got from it, from people that I really care about and that really care about me, was amazing. You know, I had my mom tell me, you know, you're willing to do the thing, to put in the effort that most people aren't willing to put in. And that's the thing, like, putting in the effort, the same, if I can put in half the effort that I put in using, just half of it to, into staying clean and changing my life, and then there's no telling what can happen. There's so many people out there that I've seen that have multiple years of recovery that their life's completely different. They're not even the same person. Like, I know several people that have so many years that you look at them and you're like, man, I can't believe they ever did drugs, because they've changed so much. And that's what it's all about, is just, I mean, I'm not perfect at it by any means, but just trying to change yourself enough, a little bit each day, and eventually you become eventually you become a completely different person.
Ask us how we know.
Addiction's like prison, and the keys are on the inside. You know? Only you can let yourself out. So reach out.
We got a sponsee brother that says, you know, there's stuff he's finding out about himself he don't even like. You know, that he's liked his whole life. You know, he's coming up on a couple of years, you know, clean and sober. And he's figuring out there's stuff about him he doesn't like, man, that he's liked his whole life. That's an amazing concept to me, you know.
Smallest feet in the world.
One more thing.
Smallest feet in the world.
One more thing while I'm thinking about it too. We're doing this series, you know, honestly, open-mindedness and willingness. Jason and I have been talking about after this, getting some people for interviews.
Yeah.
So if you have a year or more clean and you're willing to come on and talk about that and let us interview you, please reach out, because I would enjoy doing that. I don't know about you guys, but or even 6 months. I mean, really, we're gonna get different people with all kinds of different amounts of clean time. So,
any veterans out there? Any veterans out there watching that are, you know, suffering through addiction? They have maybe PTSD from whatever service you've been in or whatever. Man, reach out to us. I got a lot of resources as far as that goes, and just like we keep saying, man, just reach out. That's all you need, man. You're not alone. You're not alone by any means. Is that good?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Thank you so much for watching, guys.
Smash that like button.
Comment, subscribe.
Dopelessjandj at gmail.com. I'll put the link to our Instagram in there. Like us on Facebook, man. We got a group.
Share it.
We got a group going. Dopeless Hope Fiends, man. DHS for life. And I think until next time, you guys.
Everybody stay clean.
Stay clean. We appreciate it.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Thank you.
Bye.